Okay, next we're going to take a look at how to graph equations containing two variables by making a table. One thing that I want to point out is how we know certain values are solutions to equations. Okay, that's a really important point here, and we're going to see exactly why. So suppose we had the equation 3x plus 1 equals 13. If we did our basic solving stuff, we could figure out that x is equal to 4. Woohoo. But how do we know that x is equal to 4? Well, we know it's equal to 4 because if we change the x to a 4, we see that it makes the equation true. Because this is 12, 12 plus 1 is 13, and we get 13 equals 13. Hooray. For two variable equations, we kind of come up with, I don't want to say a problem, but we end up with an unusual situation. The situation is this: there is more than one set of x and y values that could be a solution to this particular equation. For example, we could get x equals 4 and y equals 0 as a possible solution, because 3 times 4 plus 4 times 0 is equal to 12. We could also find that x is equal to 0, y is equal to 3 is a solution for the exact same reason. There are, as it turns out, an infinite number of solutions. Okay? So the way that we express solutions to single variable equations is often quite easy. We just say x is equal to this number. With two variable equations, we can't do that. Okay, it would not make sense because we would just be picking one of an infinite amount of solutions. So what we do is we express them instead in a visual way, and this is done by graphing. Okay, so basically what we're going to do is we're going to be practicing making some graphs. So here's what you need to do. To create a graph for this particular equation, you're going to make yourself a little table. And have a column for x values and a column for y values. What you have to do is find a combination of x and y values that make the equation true. All of these graphs are linear graphs. They're going to become a straight line. Okay? That's very helpful to know. That should mean you really only need 2 points to accurately make a graph. However, my strong suggestion is that you find 4 points, or at the very least 3. What that'll do is that'll make sure that, because if you make a mistake in one of those points, that can mess up your whole graph then. So I'm going to find a couple different points that work. There's no specific way that I have to do this. I'm just saying, okay, well I need a 12, so I'm going to go with 4 for x and 0 for y, because that makes 12. 3 times 4 is 12. I'm going to go. Let's see, x equals 3, so 3 times 3 is 9, plus another 3. I'm going to go with 2. 3 times 2 is 6, plus 6. And I'm going to go with 1 and 9 as well, because that's 3 plus 9, which is also 12. So now I convert each of those into ordered pairs, because remember, x coordinate goes first, y coordinate comes second. So I'm going to take these x and y values and turn them into coordinates. Now I just have to graph those 4 points. So I get the point 1, 2, 3, 4, 0, 3, 3, 2, 6 is right here, and 1, 9 is right here. Now it sure looks like all of those make a straight line. I'm going to connect them with a straight line. If I can get my little straight edge in here, hopefully I can. And I just connect them with a straight line. And I should put arrows on the end here indicating that this line continues on forever. Again, one important point that I really need you to understand is that not only were these 4 points solutions to this particular equation, but every other place this line touches represents a solution to this equation. So this point down here represents a solution. Now it's hard for us to figure out exactly what that is because it's kind of in the middle of a box, but it does represent a solution to this equation. Okay, try doing this second one on your own. Make a little table of values, pause, and then come back. Okay. I'm assuming at this point you have done that. If you didn't, pause and do it. Come on. You got to practice coming up with these points on your own. So I'm looking for numbers that will make 40. So let's see, 10 and 0 will work because that's 40 plus 0. On the other end of that, 0 and 8 will work. Now I've just kind of got to find a couple things in between. So what if I went 5 will make 20 with my x's. 4 times 5 is 20, and then 5 times 4. I'm going to settle with 3 points on this one, and if I don't end up with something that's a perfectly straight looking line, then I'll know I messed up one of them, and then I'll probably try to fix it and come up with a 4th point. Okay, so 10, 0 is right here. 0, 8 is right here, and 5, 4. On the plus side, it definitely looks like those make a wonderfully straight line. Look at that. They certainly do. Connect them with a straight line, and we're good. Again, you definitely want at least 3 when you're making a graph by making a table of values. Because again, if they didn't lie in a straight line, I'd probably want to come up with a 4th and figure out which of my points was a little bit I did something wrong in. Again, this entire line represents all the different solutions to that particular equation. That's something I really, really, really want you to keep in mind. Okay, that's it for this one.